I'm stepping away from PGA Tour events not because of fear or injury, but because their strict media rules are suffocating. Imagine a young golf star refusing to bow to a system built on old money and control. One player just walked off the sport's biggest stage to protect something real. This year's format has been a success, but changes are coming. Ideas are being tossed around: team captains, player drafts, new structures, ways to keep things unpredictable and exciting. Brainstorming is underway, but evolution is inevitable. Even last year's Skins game on Phil's channel showed how the game can adapt. The bond he's built with millions online proves that fans crave authenticity and connection. This bold move isn't just a headline, it's a quiet rebellion shaking golf's polished image. A sport that prizes silence and tradition just got a wake-up call from a creator who values honesty over scripted smiles. For the first time, the internet might have the upper hand against old-school rules. The clash between tradition and freedom just ignited, and golf is feeling the shake from the inside out. It's a new wave that everyone's still figuring out, but it's exciting and fun. Grant Horvat has been lucky to ride it, carving a niche with golf content online when few others were even trying. TikTok gave him an audience that cared, and YouTube, where he connected with creators like Garrett from G-Mulf, helped him grow even bigger. Then Grant did something no rising golfer would. He rejected his golden ticket to the PGA Tour, that coveted sponsor's exemption every rookie dreams of. This wasn't about fear or injury, it was about freedom, control, and staying true in a sport obsessed with image over reality. The reaction was immediate: shock. Confusion whispers spreading across the golf world. Who turns down the dream everyone works a lifetime for? Grant's reasoning was simple. He refused to sacrifice the bond he'd built with his audience just to follow outdated rules. The PGA Tour's strict media policies would have cut him off from the fans who helped him rise. His identity thrives on authenticity, emotion, and sharing the grind in real time. Without that, the game felt hollow. With one fearless move, he shattered golf's polished image, sparking a wave of questions: who really controls the story in golf? And can the old-school elite survive next to creators demanding honesty and connection? Grant's rebellion wasn't random. It's the result of a journey far from fame and lights. Growing up in Michigan with a golf pro dad, you might think he picked up clubs before he could walk. But for much of his childhood, golf didn't matter to him. From unsure kid to digital powerhouse, his path has been anything but typical. And now, with one bold decision, he's forcing the sport to confront a new era. Football was his first love. Golf felt distant, even boring. But everything shifted at 13 when curiosity struck, and he asked his dad to teach him. What started as a curiosity quickly became a full-on grind: patience, discipline, and lessons that shaped him both on and off the course. As Grant's swing improved, something else grew: a connection with people online. His videos weren't polished or flashy. They captured the grind, the effort, the heart behind every swing. Fans connected with that honesty. He shared burnout, self-doubt, and the real struggles of the game with no filters. People weren't just watching his golf anymore. They were following him, his energy, his story. Grant became more than a golfer. He became a storyteller, a community builder, a voice that rivaled the pros, showing that today, the bond with fans can matter more than any trophy. But challenging the system came with consequences. When Grant's team asked the PGA Tour about filming his journey, the response was a hard no. No personal filming, no behind-the-scenes content, no storytelling outside their control. For Grant, it was more than a rule. It was a wall between him and his fans. The tour wasn't protecting the game. It was protecting its image and controlling the narrative. Sponsors loved his work. His posts reached millions. But the PGA Tour wanted to control every shot and every caption. What started as a simple business issue became a power struggle. The tour feared losing influence if players like Grant kept building independent digital platforms. This wasn't just about golf anymore. It was about who gets to tell the story, the corporation or the player living it. Grant refused to give up his voice. When news broke that he turned down the PGA invite, the internet exploded. Some called him reckless, others revolutionary. One thing was clear: he shook golf's elite to the core. His decisions sparked debates everywhere, from podcasts to talk shows to online forums, and transformed the conversation from just golf to freedom, creativity, and ownership of one's story. Even seasoned pros quietly admitted he had the courage to do what they never would. Grant's stand lit the spark for a new era in golf culture. Young players began questioning old rules, fans demanded authentic access, and brands realized who truly drives the game's future. The PGA Tour was suddenly face-to-face with a generation that refuses to whisper. Grant Horvat didn't just play golf, he became the face of a movement changing the sport from the ground up. Loud, bold, and unapologetically real, he sent a clear message. Golf's story no longer belongs to the gatekeepers. It belongs to the players living it. As his fame grew, so did the tension with the PGA Tour. Their media rules were outdated, blocking players from sharing their lives beyond the course. No vlogs, no personal storytelling, no freedom, just a polished, controlled image. For Grant, that wasn't policy, it was a muzzle. He refused to let anyone else tell his story, turning his stand into a challenge to golf's old power structure. His energy and authenticity revealed a real clash: tradition versus creativity, control versus freedom. Grant's rise transformed how golf feels. His raw practice videos, honest talks, and real emotions made fans part of the grind, not just spectators. Suddenly, golf was alive with energy, connection, and inclusivity. The old hierarchy couldn't compete. Fans wanted truth, not perfection, and Grant gave it to them. As the story spread, other creators followed, breaking down barriers between elite players and everyday golfers. Sponsors started approaching creators directly, and the PGA Tour's strict control began to crumble. Grant's impact wasn't just a headline, it was a full-blown revolution, proving that honesty, community, and creativity could reshape golf forever. Grant Horvat didn't just challenge the PGA Tour, he changed the way golf works. By refusing to give up his creative freedom, he showed that the game no longer belongs only to the old guard, sharing raw, unfiltered moments. He opened the door for players to connect directly with fans, turning spectators into participants and making golf feel alive in a way it hadn't for decades. The tour tried to keep control with polished content and scripted promotions. But next to Grant's authenticity, it all felt hollow. His stand revealed a bigger truth. Authority versus authenticity is the real battle in sports today. Younger athletes saw that they could build influence and community without waiting for permission. Fans engaged, created, and celebrated alongside him. And sponsors began to recognize that genuine connection matters more than flashy campaigns. Grant's choice to walk away from a PGA Tour event wasn't just personal, it was cultural. It forced the system to question what makes a professional golfer: trophies and prestige, or creativity, freedom, and real impact. His move sparked a movement. More players are owning their stories, fans are louder than ever, and golf's old walls are cracking. What was once rebellion became inspiration, and a new era of the sport emerged, one where authenticity, self-expression, and fan connection define success. Grant's journey proves that in today's game, relevance isn't measured by titles or trophies, it's measured by the courage to stay real and the power to reshape the sport itself. Will golf cling to its old traditions, or will it finally embrace innovation? Can the sport honor its roots while thriving in a digital world built on creativity and transparency? As the PGA Tour scrambles to keep up, Grant Horvat's bold stand offers a preview of golf's next chapter of future, where freedom, authenticity, and real connection redefine what success really means. His move didn't just make headlines, it changed the conversation. Grant proved that raw truth beats polished reputation, and that, in today's game, connection always outshines control. His journey is a wake-up call: evolve or get left behind. If you loved this inside look at golf's revolution, smash that like button, subscribe to Golf Mode TV, and share this with someone who lives for the game as much as you do. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Should golf stick to its traditions or ride this new wave of creativity? I want to hear from you.